Hello everyone, it's Max from the Discover channel, and today I've just decided to upload another video pertinent to the idea of practicing English pronunciation being an utter waste of time. So there is a gazillion of different reasons that I can chalk it up to, but I will mention three of them today. So let's dive right into it, and I will mention the first one, and which is probably the salient one in my case. I believe that practicing English pronunciation is one of the most soul-sucking activities that exists. The sheer repetitiveness is what makes it so tedious and agonizing. It came to be the bane of my existence at some point, and even though when I just started practicing it, there was some novelty and whatnot around it. Quickly, it wore off, and I kind of got desensitized to all of the perks of doing it, because once again, the shortcomings of doing all of that, they started to trump all the benefits, all the joy that I could derive from it. So unless you're a bloody lunatic, who actually derives a great deal of pleasure out of it, I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, with that being said, I still reckon that it might stand you in good stead in case you have very thick and pronounced accent. That might impede or hamper the conversation and ultimately derail it. So in this case, you're having a huge problem at your disposal, and the very least you can do is to at least try to mitigate this issue. I mean, the best case scenario is just weaning yourself of your accent entirely, but I do not really believe that it is feasible, in most cases, because, if you're a person, who started learning English, not as a kid or a teenager, but instead you started doing it, in your mid-20s or early 20s, the same way I did. All these fossilized mistakes, they get so deeply entrenched in your brain that, to teach yourself to kind of do away with all of these habits, it takes a lot of doing. And I don't necessarily believe that, the juice is worth the squeeze in this case. So I simply don't like it. It's English pronunciation is my kryptonite. And I'm saying it from a vantage point of view of a person, who's been doing it for a year and a half at this juncture, and I'm still probably continuing to do all of that. Because I'm bloody psycho. I've always been a glutton for punishment. But, rationally, I understand that, there is no rhyme or reason to do all of that. The second reason is that your accent, it doesn't contribute to fluency as much as vocabulary acquisition does. And, you just have to streamline your priorities. In order to sound fluent, you have to get equipped with, a whole gamut, with a plethora of different expressions, especially those that are quite versatile that you can employ or tap into while discussing, virtually any topic, whether it's be relationships, money, conspiracy theories, science, you name it. Vocabulary acquisition in terms of its, contribution and bearing that it has on your fluency trumps any like pronunciation activities all day long. Like there is no denying it. And the third reason, which is like the main one, is that nobody cares. English is one of those languages that has just I don't know, like a multitude of different accents. Indian accent, Irish accent, Australian accent, American accent, British accent, Scottish accent. All of them are good. All of them are nice. I just don't see like what would fuel you to kind of like get rid of this authentic part of yourself. And that's what a lot of natives don't get. Why would you want to sound like a queen or a narrator, of a book, when it is patently obvious that that's not what you're gonna do, and I just don't see like where it would come in handy in the first place. So usually, it stems from all this stress-inducing like Instagram posts that are also like quite guilt-inducing as well. And because like there are plenty of there is this cesspool of content creators, especially on Instagram, that primarily is comprised of all these like accent coaches that deride and mock a lot of people for the thick accents that they have, and I just don't see how it is not toxic. Like what they're doing is they are letting all these like insecurities that people have metastasize further and morph into something quite dangerous. For some people, some people are going to be galvanized by it, but by the same token, others would simply like give up on learning English altogether because they see that there is this unrealistic standard that they can't really reach. Or at least, like, unless they spent, like, I don't know, like a decade of their life to it. That's all I had to say today. Stay positive. Like, don't let all this, all this, like, talks and all this, like, negativity surrounding all these, like, accent coaches and whatnot, get into your head, and instead subscribe to my girlfriend's speaking club. There is this community called Article Buddies on Telegram. She conducts free speaking sessions every now and again, and all of these sessions they are article based. So by attending them, not only will you be able to talk to other like-minded people, but you'll also have a nice opportunity to incorporate a lot of like fancy vocabulary items and essentially spice up your speech with them. So cheers everyone, bye.